Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. Today I am going to present expected trading zones for WTI crude oil futures for the week of September 10th, 2018. So let us have a look at the movement of WTI crude oil futures in the daily chart first. As you can see, since 24th May 2018, we have seen a lot of volatility in WTI crude oil futures. Since 24th May 2018, we have seen a downward move in WTI crude oil futures, and they found their first support at the level of $65.78 and moved a little upward up to the level of $68.29, and this was the level where they have consolidated a lot during the last few days. So since then, after going upward, after touching the second support level at $63.87, they started to move upward with a steep upward move till the level of $74, and after consolidation amid this zone from $73 to $74 from 28th June to 12th July 2018, WTI crude oil futures started to fall downward once they broke this second support line at upper levels, where the selling pressure always remained very high in WTI crude oil futures, and they moved downward up to this level, up to the current level at $67.78, where they found some support and started to consolidate for a little while up to $70 and try to sustain above this level till 13th August 2018, when they moved downward till the level of $64.78, where the 200 DMA provide good support to WTI crude oil futures. After taking support at 200 DMA, they started to move upward with a steep upward move, but once again they found a lot of selling pressure after reaching the level of $71.40, and amid this zone, amid this indecisive, there's a lot of selling pressure. Here you can see that an exhaustive candle has been formed in a daily chart, which makes me to think about the further directional moves in WTI crude oil futures. This exhaustive candles may create a lot of selling pressure in WTI crude oil futures during the upcoming weeks. So I have defined a expected trading zones for the rest of the month of September 2018 in the daily chart, and I find that an opening level on the first trading session of the upcoming week on September 10th will provide a decisive directional move to WTI crude oil futures, because the levels where their first opening on the first trading session of the week, that will be very decisive for their further directional moves. So let us have a look at the same chart in a 4-hour zone. Here I have defined two expected opening zones for WTI crude oil futures on the first trading session. This is the zone which defines the consolidation, and the trend of WTI crude oil futures may remain in downward direction if they find an opening at the same levels where they closed on the last trading session of the week on last Friday. Despite the announcement of favorable inventory of WTI crude oil futures, they may remain under pressure during the upcoming week. So I have defined these moves only for the week of September 10th. So they are the two directional moves according to the opening levels of WTI crude oil futures. I find that if they open at the same levels, first they will move downward up to the level of $61, where they will get their first support, and from the level of $67 we will find a lot of buying up to the level of and an upward move up to the level of $69.37, where we once again we may witness a lot of selling at the level of $69.37, which will result in a downward move up to the level of $66.57, where the WTI crude oil futures may find some support for moving upward up to the level of $68.14, from where we will see a sharp downward move if they don't able to cross this level of $68. WTI crude oil futures will remain under pressure, and we may see them to move downward with a steep move up to the level of $64.21. And on the other hand, if we find a gap up opening, as is indicated, if we find a gap up opening, we will see a selling on the first trading session, which will bring them up to the level of $68.77, from where we may see a good short covering rally up to the level of $71.42, and once again we will find here a tough resistance at the level of $71, from where they may turn downward up to their first support levels at $69.29, from where they may turn upward once again up to the level of $72.76, where they will find resistance which will decide their further directional moves. If they sustain above this level, I mean above the level of $73, they may touch the level of $74.72, but overall trend of WTI crude oil futures will be in downward direction, and I find that the formation of an exhaustive candle in a daily chart may result in a downward direction of WTI crude oil futures up to the level of $62.50. If we find more pressure of tariff trade war between US and China may devalue their currency for creating pressure on US dollar, which may result in on their export, which will result in a downward movement of WTI crude oil futures during the days ahead. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends, and don't forget to take any position without stop loss. Maintain your stop losses. Thank you.